Welcome to Nadia's Kitchen Creations. This week I'm making chuck chili. Chuck chili is my preferred version of chili. When it comes to beef, I do prefer a roast or a chuck or a round over the ground beef. That's just personal preference. You can easily modify this recipe to use ground beef if that is your choice. Let's get started. For this recipe, you'll need about a 1 to 1.5 pound of beef. I used beef chuck and cut it into about 1.5 inch pieces. And then you're going to place that in a clean bowl and add half a teaspoon of chili flakes or chili powder and half a teaspoon of black pepper. And then I have a small onion cut up and 3 to 4 garlic cloves just sliced, or you can go ahead and chop them or crush them. So we're going to mix that up. I prefer to leave it overnight, but of course, if you're ready to go and cook right now, you can go on to the next step. And for this, I chose 1 ancho chili, and anchos are not hot at all. So I went ahead and soaked this in hot water for 3 to 4 hours. And when the ancho is rehydrated and soft, you can chop it up. So we'll also need some beef broth, some vegetable oil, whole tomatoes, the rest of the onions, some garlic, chili powder, black pepper, salt to taste, cilantro, thyme, oregano, cinnamon, cumin, a bay leaf, and some dark chocolate. So we're going to start searing our pieces of beef. You want each side to be nice and brown, and you're going to do this in small batches. You don't want to overcrowd your pan. You want it to crisp up and get brown, not sweat. And then I went ahead and added the onions and the garlic that the beef was marinating in, along with the extra onion that I had. So we're going to saute that for a few minutes. Add in our bay leaf, give that a stir. Our ancho chili that's been chopped up or pureed. The cumin. We're going to add our can of tomatoes. Then we're going to go ahead and add in our beef pieces with all of the juices. Get everything in there. We're going to add the rest of our herbs. And some salt. And our chocolate, and dark chocolate for sure. You want the flavor of the dark chocolate. Our stock, you can use beef, vegetable, or chicken stock, or plain water. That's okay too. Cover that up, and we're going to bring that to a boil and then back down to a simmer. And at this point, I added a couple pinches of sugar, which is optional. Just depends on the acidity of the tomatoes that you use. And throughout this process, there's going to be a lot of tasting, adjusting, and stirring. So like I said, you're going to be checking the tenderness and the taste of your chili throughout the cooking time. Don't be afraid to adjust here and there. I would definitely be a little cautious with the salt and the heat, because if you add too much, it's really hard to take away, especially when it comes to the heat. And it just so happened that this latest batch of chili flakes that I got, they wasn't hot at all. So you'll see that I add quite a bit of chili because it just wasn't as hot as I wanted it to be. Where sometimes, you get some chili sometimes and it's so hot, you just add like literally a teaspoon and your mouth is on fire. But this one I added quite a bit of chili. And as you can see, the gravy in the chili, our chili gravy, is getting thicker and richer as time is going on. Our tomatoes are breaking up. Our beef is getting tender at this point, but it's not quite there. And before you go, I would love it if you would subscribe to Nadia's Kitchen Creations for more recipes. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to click that notification button. And as you can see, we are done. The beef is nice and tender, perfect. The gravy is thick. You can serve this chuck chili with some rice, over some noodles, over some quinoa, which I do have a recipe for if you click below, or on its own. Thank you so much for tuning in to Nadia's Kitchen Creations. See you next time.